Has this ever happened to you? You're just trying to live your life and all of a sudden you get an invite to leave the sanctuary of your home to spend time in public with other people who aren't your cat. But you don't have anything kick-ass to wear. It's bad enough that you're gonna have to put on pants, but now you gotta impress the masses with your incredible taste in clothing too? It's enough to make you want to cancel your plans with your friends, stay home alone, and finish whatever mindless drivel you're binge watching on Netflix while going down on a pint of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey ice cream. Well, not anymore.
Because now EGOTASTIC FUNTIME has your back covered with amazingly brilliant t-shirt designs that are sure to get the attention of the preferred gender of your choosing, aka mostly dudes, to fawn all over you. Talking to Orville designs are available now to showcase your love for the best damn sci-fi TV show in the damn galaxy, damn it. Or simply let JP's sexy ass bearded face cover your birthday suit like a warm blanket of EGOTASTIC jazz. All of these exclusive designs are made from 100% non-illegal material and are guaranteed to protect you from being nude when worn correctly. Stop being naked and get dressed by EGOTASTIC FUNTIME today with EGOTASTIC Tees.
The night is ours!
Hello, one and all. Welcome to EGOTASTIC FUNTIME 2024. Things are different. Things are getting better. I'm adding bells and whistles. Today I'm trying out a brand new way of streaming, a new dimension when it comes to how we bring forth the liveness to the internetness, which is you guys. You're the internetness right now. I guess I am too. We're all part of this thing. So I'm trying out the new, well, it's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's new to me, STREAMYARD. Big thanks. Now, STREAMYARD, there's the free version, which is great, but the paid version is even better with a lot more features. You can get rid of logos, put your own logo up there. You can put videos in there, sound effects in there, and it's 1 a.m. in the UK. Sorry to do this so late. It was the only time I had today, and I wanted to stream today so I could try out this. I've been, the last couple hours, just been going through STREAMYARD, just trying to set it up, see how I want to do it. And we're going to need STREAMYARDs because I want to welcome, this is just a quick little plug, welcome a new sponsor for 2024, Little Dragon, no, is that, let me not get it, let me get it right, you guys. Miniature Dragon Comics from Cyber Symbiosis is a, let me click some buttons here, is a sponsor for 2024. They helped me get a subscription to StreamYards to help us do better streams, which I'm excited about, but I'm really excited about new interviews. This is going to help me just bust out a bunch of interviews with people, you guys, additions to the Egoverse. You know, talk to some people we haven't talked to in a while. I'm going to be reaching out to a bunch of Orville people, see what we can do. Reaching out to you, Orville Nation. I sent you a message on the Twitters. I'm not sure if you got it. I haven't been on Twitter in like half an hour or so to check. But we're going to be doing some, with thanks to Miniature Dragon Comics, we're going to be joining them to do a special event once a month for 2024. And it's an event that's going to be a lot of fun and something that a lot of you guys are going to be into. And maybe you'll join us as well. We'll have to see. Brian Dawkins, Ontario, Canada. Hello to everyone over there in Canada, North America. And another cool thing I could do, put you guys on the screen. What's up, Jeremiah Ruiz? Hello from the other side of the world. Hello, other side of the world. Well, it's getting to be the dark side of the world over where I'm at. So it's probably the lighter side where you're at. And then when it gets darker on your side, it'll be lighter on my side. The Force works in mysterious ways, you guys. So that's what this stream is here. Just me excited to enter this new dimension of streaming, a new tool to help Egotastic Funtime overtake the entire world in 2024. Is everyone tired of ruling themselves? Don't you need a ruler? I could be your ruler. I'm coming in to be your ruler or yardstick. Howdy from Texas. What's going on, Curtis Tate? I like that I can click on things and it pops up on the screen. So what else is going on? This is a weekend evening. This is the first day of the weekend. Actually, it's the first couple minutes of the weekend. A lot of people say, oh, it's Friday, it's the weekend. No, the weekend doesn't start till you get off work. That's official. I'm making that an official doctrine for planet Earth. Archmage, you got your other account. Archmage says, well, since I have to start my membership over, I'm going to go to my other account. Burb yourself. Or be right back. Okay. Do we have season 4 yet? We don't have season 4, but I know that Seth is working on bringing it to us. A lot of people say, oh, Seth MacFarlane doesn't want to do the Orville anymore. BS. If you heard someone say that, if you said it yourself, it's BS. You are wrong. But now you're here, so I can steer you in the right direction. Seth is wanting to bring us a season 4 of the Orville. Hopefully, we get a lot more than that. I can do more than one more season. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments below if you want more than just one more season of the Orville. It's great. It's Seth Trek. That deserves some screen time right there. It's great, Seth Trek. The Orville is, as I dubbed years ago, Seth Trek. I live by the term Seth Trek. I like living the Seth Trek life. I like going on adventures in space, or sometimes just to other planets, which are located in space, to get some nice utopian sci-fi. You just don't get it anywhere else. There's some sci-fi out there that's fun. I wouldn't necessarily consider it utopian sci-fi, but there's fun sci-fi out there. Resident Alien. Oh, well, Win Grace just became a member of EGOTASTIC Funtime, EGOTASTIC Funtime Plus. Thank you so much, Win Grace. Eric Draven says, I want at least 4 more seasons. Could you imagine we getting 4 more seasons, enjoying them right here together on EGOTASTIC Funtime, talking the Orville, just talking about what's going on. Oh, did you see what Isaac did? That's crazy. I can't believe a artificial life form did that. Insert situation in the comments, I guess. I know. I do. I haven't worn any of my Seth Trek shirts in a long time. I got a bunch hanging up in the. I got a bunch hanging up in the closet over there. Oh, Wind Grace. Okay, that's Archmage Frey, you guys. Let's make it official. This is Archmage on my other account, spreading the membership love. Thank you so much. Let me see what options I have here. This is all new to me, by the way. What's going on my screen is all new to me. I'm figuring it out as we're doing it, seeing what options I have. I can star your comment, Wind Grace. Man, I just want to call you Archmage, though. I'm so used to it. What's going on, Thomas Landry? How you doing? Then 3 movies at least, says Eric. Big BK. Nice. I've got one of your EGOTASTIC Funtime shirts, and I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm eventually going to design some new ones when I got time. I just don't have a lot of time. Until EGOTASTIC Funtime recovers from the YouTube treachery of being demonetized for 3 months, I just don't have a lot of time. I still got to go out there on the roads and drive around and and do rideshare until YouTube starts saying, "Hey, here's some money. Here's some of that money you made that we kept from you." Hey, all right, Kevin Scott, thank you so much. Glad you're monetized, JP. Staying with you. I'm playing cello in a new band called Luna Koi. Not Luna Coil, but Luna Koi. I like it. We're on YouTube, Spotify, etc. Check it out, you guys. Check out Luna Koi. That's a cool name. I like that a lot. I like the way it looks. You chose good letters. I like the L, the U, the N in the air, pretty awesome. Koi, can't beat that. I really like the carpets. Movie Mouse. Once I get some money in, I will get a Boom Engineering bunny hug. Boom Engineering bunny hug. Imagine how cool if JP happens to be your Uber. I'm pretty awesome at it. I'm nice. I'm super nice to people. I'm not too talkative unless they're talkative. That's one thing that I remember being worried about. I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to talk to people all the damn time or what? But I'm pretty good in social situations. So I just read the room or read the cab, as it were, in this situation. I always start off with a, hey, how you doing? How's it going? If they respond, hey, good, how you doing? I go, oh, I'm just driving around. And then if they keep talking, I'll keep talking. If they don't keep talking, we just all stay quiet. Most rides, you just stay quiet, listen to music. Most people have music, headphones on. It's super, super easy. And then some people are just super, super chatty, and I'm there for it when that happens. Do you play the Orville theme song on repeat during the drive? No, I don't do that. Even I would probably get tired of it. Wait, hold on. My throat is still a little weird. Those who joined the live stream the other day, my throat was going out because I was sick. Still a little weird. It's not as bad, though. Also, some of it has to do with me getting into the groove again. Wait, hold on. Let's see. It's all about getting back into the groove of talking. So I'm doing these live streams will get my voice trained back up, ready to go. If I just walk around town yelling my head off, that'll help too, I guess. But no, the music that I play, I had to be very specific in choosing something because it has to fit a lot of situations. I wanted something modern and hip and a little edgy, but not too edgy. I wanted something with a beat, but not too loud. Because I want to be able to listen to the music I want to listen to, but everyone is okay with it. It's not going to bother anybody. So I chose a station on Amazon Music based on the artist. Young the Giant. So the band Young the Giant, some of you might be familiar with them. Probably a lot of you are not familiar with them. Really good band. And, it's got good beats, great singing, instrumentals, great, but it's not too much for anybody. It's just right. So I did a whole station just based on them. So a lot of other artists that are in that same groove, that same mild alternative modern thing going on, it all pops up. It's great. I tried doing 80s music. It just felt like a silly commercial. Even though I loved all the songs, like you can't just choose an 80s playlist. Everything they play, it sounds like stock music or something like that. I tried the 90s, but then there's a lot of stuff in the 90s that's just too much or not enough or just goes weird. But this playlist works perfect. I've been testing it out for months. Eric Driven says, I would love a crossover between the Orville and Galaxy Quest. I would too. That sounds like a lot of fun. Now they're supposed to be are they still doing it? Is Amazon, or maybe it's going to a different streaming service now? You can't keep track of these streaming services and you can't believe anything they say because everything's up in the air with streaming. Are they still doing the Galaxy Quest TV show? It used to be Amazon. Is that still the case? I haven't looked it up because I'm just waiting. When it comes to that stuff, I just wait for trailers. Brian Dawkins, when it comes to music, says, I like the good old-time modern jazz. Old-time modern. Classico Nuevo. Brian says it runs until Ed is made admiral and gives a stirring speech about exploration and cuts to the Orville, which is flying away. Goodbye, Orville. No, Orville, come back. Come back for season 4. Well, Seth MacFarlane says he's working on it. He didn't say, oh, no, we're not doing that anymore. He says, no, working on it. It's not dead. It's not canceled. Love it. Want more of it. All right, so I'm still clicking around on this site because what's great about StreamYard is I'm streaming in 1080p, which is great. I got all these videos. I got music. I got sound drops.
I am sorry you are upset. Perhaps you are on your period.
Which is what you got to tell people sometimes. Got all that going on. So I'm just clicking around. But what's great about it is my computer is not using up any energy at all. This is all done through a website. You just connect your stuff to the website. Say, here's my camera. Here's my microphone. Oh, let me upload some videos and stuff. Some backgrounds, some logos. It's great. It's so great that we'll be back right after these messages.
Are you tired of going out in public looking like a stupid bastard? Well, not anymore. Cover up your shame and let JP put his fun time inside you with EGOTASTIC tees. What are you waiting for? Click on the link below to get wet with fashion.
I'm gonna like the way you look. EGOTASTIC tees!
Yes, StreamYard. StreamYard. StreamYard, Bob Grimes. There's actually a link down below. Try StreamYard. There's the free version. There's the paid versions. All the different tiers have different benefits, different things you may or may not want. But if you have the free version, which is great, a lot of great stuff to do with the free version. The logo right there is always going to be StreamYard. You have to have that logo on there. But if you get the paid tier, then you can remove that logo and then put whatever you want up there. Or get rid of it altogether. Why not? Jeremiah Ruiz. Or is it Ruiz? Ruiz sounds more correct, but I could be wrong. I want an episode about the Krill trying to use their holy book, the Ancana, to map the stars and find out that Avis is full of SH double hockey stick. Well, it's on the screen, which is fine. Saying it, the algorithm goes, oh, I heard that, JP, even though I probably should be able to say that. But I find there's a lot of things other channels can do that I'm not allowed to do for some reason. Now, I want to know, here is a... when it comes to the Krill, I want to know more about the spider people from Shadow Realms in season 3. We met those spider monster people that are trying to, melt your face off and turn you into a spider person. The Krill, they're in the Ancana as like some monsters out in space in the sector. You don't go there. The Ancana, it's demons, blah, 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 blah. I want to know more into that. Sure, we learned that it's not really these demons. It's a race of monsters, basically. But I want to know what happens when the Krill learn what the Orville learned about the Shadow Realm spider people. Shadow Wars. Yeah, full of fertilizer, Movie Mouse. Yeah, Orville for life. So let me get some questions here. Since this is a new service that I'm using to stream, how do I sound? How's the audio? I need to know these things, and you're the only people that can tell me. I'm assuming you can hear me somewhat. Is it too much? Is it not enough? I don't know how to fix it. If there is a problem, I guess there is a way to fix things. Let me go to the settings here. Great. Thanks, Jeremiah. Jeremiah was an Orville fan. Watched every episode. Rhymes with mine. Man, my throat is still a little weird. Here we go. Here's a question. Saber Wolf. If Orville represents original Trek, what would the Orville look like in an Orville the Motion Picture refit look like? What would the Orville look like in an Orville the Motion Picture refit? We kind of already got that because we had what the Orville looked like in seasons 1 and 2. And then in season 3, they just upscaled the whole thing. They added thousands of panels, made it look shiny and beautiful and pretty. I don't know if it could get any better than what they did in season 3. That's like the tippity top. So I'm guessing if this was a more normal situation, like back in the day when there was TV shows that went to the movie theaters. I don't know if anything goes to the movie theaters anymore. There was a difference. Things look better in the film. I don't know if they can make it look any better than they did in season 3 because they made it look like a film. Condenser or directional mic? I have this is the Elgato Wave 3. Wonderful USB mic. Lots of cool things you can do, and it comes with some software. You can really fine tune it and add filters, this and that, all kinds of great stuff. I don't know if it's considered a condenser mic or a directional mic. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's all picking up from the front. I think I might be able to go into the settings and have like a cardioid or an omnidirectional type of situation. Curtis Tate, I missed the carpet. The Orville does not have much carpet anymore, at least not in employee or crew member areas, working areas. Rooms, private quarters are still carpeted, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, all them fancy mics. I love them. But this one is really great because it's easy. Plug it in, download the software, you're good to go. And if you have a Stream Deck, you can add buttons to do specific things on your Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck right here. I haven't set it up for the microphone. I don't even know what I would do. I just want the microphone to be turned on. And it just does that already. Well, let's see here. Sidetrek announces that Hulu canceled Orville Season 4, but there is no date on this 52-second announce. That seems radical. A weird on that. Yeah, I don't trust anything that's not official because most of it's just looking for clicks. They'll get some scoop from a bad player out there, and they'll just go run with it. The one problem with not only YouTube, but the internet in general and everybody on social media is that the rules that true journalists live by and conduct themselves by, everyone out there is pretending that they have those same guidelines. everyone was given the same exact level of respect as real journalists. It's very unfortunate. A lot of people think I'm a journalist. I'm not a journalist. If I wanted to come out here and do videos and live streams about nothing but lies and BS, I could do that. It would be okay. And because it's on the internet, people go, oh, it's official. I saw it on the internet. So I always tell people, look, I'm not a reporter. I'm just a guy who just tries to keep it 100. Brian Dawkins says, I do not like the panels on the back wall of the bridge as they are distracting. They're very different. If you go back to the first 2 seasons of the Orville, it's pretty smooth back there by the door, by the main entryway out into the hallway. Now they got tech going on. Wynn Grace says, I'm more of a urinalist. Reporting the Jaloja, are you? That's why I have a pee corner. You gotta have a pee corner, you guys. Where's he gonna pee? On a shelf? No, in a corner. Yep, Brian says, and here it is. The only news is news from Seth. And Seth says he's working on it. They're working on doing more. Agreed, Bob Grimes. Bob says, I'd like to see the alien played by Putty from Seinfeld return. Patrick Warburton, who also plays the Tick in the original live action Tick. That's his character on the Orville is Tharl. I would love to see Tharl again. Just to hear his voice. Really just need to hear his voice. You get all the entertainment you need just from his voice. Curtis Say says, journalist. I don't think there are many of them left. Oh, they're out there, but there's a lot more of just the loud people on the internet. But yeah, most news nowadays is just for look at me, clicks, clicks, clicks. So to get real, true information, you got to go look for it. And you got to only trust accredited conveyors of the truth, which are hard to find. He's also Krunk from Emperor's New Groove. Man, I haven't thought of the Emperor's New Groove in a long time. That's David Spade. Did he play the main role in that movie? I can't remember. The Emperor. Yup. Vanetta Wild knows. Let's see here. Let's see what this site is doing. It's automatically starring. Okay, so I have it set up, I guess, automatically, where all super chats automatically get starred so that I don't miss them. So that's awesome. Okay, so that all works out. And new memberships also show up, so that's good. They all get starred automatically. Thank you, Deck KP20. Your merch looks awesome. Is there a way to buy it in the UK? I thought that you would be able to order in the UK from the website Mixed Tees. If not, let me know. Nothing I can do about it, but just let me know so I can ask questions to the people over at Mixed Tees. The Mixed Tees people have always been really nice to me. They keep me up on their site. They got my stuff up on there. Lots of Orville stuff that you're not going to get anywhere else. David Button, how you doing? Let's put you on the screen. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, David Button. Here we go. Audible has the Orville Sympathy Symphony. No, it's Sympathy. Sympathy for the Devil audiobook for free if you have an Audible trial subscription. Oh, that's really good. Oh, no, I already knew that. The link for Sympathy for the Devil is in the description of this video. If you get a free trial, I get Audible free trial like twice a year. It always resets and you can get a new one. Get your 2 books every single time for free, and you get to keep them after you cancel your free subscription. Sympathy for the Devil, read by Bruce Boxleitner. Amazing, amazing story. Probably the best story of season 3 that wasn't made because of stupid COVID, not letting people travel around the world like they wanted to film it. It's all there, but also if you don't want the free trial, it's just a couple bucks. It used to cost a lot more, but now it's pretty damn inexpensive. Movie Mouse says, well, I used to be a journalist, but the editorial people I worked with told me the news from PA wasn't important enough. Murders and trying to find justice aren't important. Chose to retire. Yeah, it's all about clicks. It's all about whatever is going to make the audience angry enough to keep watching. That's what so much news is, a business. It didn't used to be a business. It used to be a service. Now it's a business, and that changes everything. I don't know if Teespring went out of business. They kicked me off their site a couple years ago. And then once they kicked me off their site, I didn't go back to look and see what happened to them. I'm on Mixed Teas, and I also have my own Spreadshops store. So there's probably items on this stream, something to click on that has Spreadshop stuff. But if you click on the link for Mixed Teas at the very top of this description of this video, then, well, let me see actually where it's at. Oh, it's a little bit different. So I got try StreamYard. So if you guys want to try out StreamYard, check it out. Also, I get a referral credits for anyone that signs up using that link, which then adds credits to the subscription that I have so that we can keep doing live streams. Let's see what else I have. I have joined this channel to get access to perks so you can become a member. Then there's there's the Help Egotastic FunTime, which is all the support links. And one of those support links says merch. That takes you to Mixed Teas. And there's a lot of shirts up there. I got a lot of shirts. So much. I haven't checked them out in a long, long time, but I got a lot on there. But if Spring went out of business, good. I don't need Teespring. They don't need me, then I don't need them. Oh, the new TED series. Great. People were so worried. Oh, they're going to water it down. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's raunchy. It's funny. It's edgy. And it takes place in 1993, one of my favorite years. I love 1993. What were you guys doing in 1993? In 1993, I was in high school. I think I might have just started high school. But yeah, the new Ted series. Ted looks amazing. The digital character of Ted is absolutely amazing looking on the screen. Also, they're using Seth MacFarlane's new technology, which they used in season 3 of the Orville. I think it's called Viewfinder. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I was playing on talking. I was going to do an interview with someone that knows more about it. Maybe it's called Viewfinder. I can't quite remember. I would remember better if this live stream was supposed to be about that. But it's like you can have your digital effects all programmed in. You have your screen or phone, and you can see what the effects are while you're filming. They say it saves so much time and money. And I think that'll be another great thing that's going to save them money when making a great 4th season of The Orville. All right, Eric Draven, so great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Kevin Scott got married in 1993. Woo! Marriage. Congratulations. Win Grace, Archmage. 1993 was watching the premiere of a little show called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. John Smith, it's just like people are still claiming Disney is going to water down Deadpool. They won't. They didn't water down the Orville. Disney owned the Orville the entire 3rd season, and that wasn't watered down at all. Even though Ryan Reynolds is still front and center pushing everything. Yeah, Disney doesn't stick their hands into as many pies. Even if they own the pie, they don't mess with the cook as much as people claim they do. They just want to be mad at Disney. They'll talk all kinds of mad BS just to be mad at Disney. And they'll make up, that's what the internet is. I don't like you because I don't like anything anymore because I'm bored with my life. And so I'm going to cause havoc for you. No, just chill out. Be cool. Figure out what the situation is and later on. Don't assume. Yeah, Brian Dawkins says Ted is a filthy, dirty show for the family over 18. I think they're a filthy, dirty show for any aged family. But it's better to watch it if you're over 18. If offered, would you play an alien on the Orville? Of course I would, Claude. I'd play a Rotepsian with a beard. Curtis Tate, Disney ruins everything. A lot of people say that. Bob Grimes, what's up with Adrian Palicki? Well, Adrian did that podcast a couple weeks ago, Inside of You with Michael, whatever, from Smallville, Lex Luthor guy. And she made it sound like she didn't necessarily want to return to the Orville for the season. She didn't say that. People just assumed, and you could make that assumption. Doesn't necessarily make it true, but she was just giving her personal experience. She loves working on the Orville. She loves the people. The people love her, the crew and the cast and all that stuff. Her aggravation comes from the wait time between seasons, which, as you can guess, is a lot. It's a lot of time between seasons. You gotta wait for the thing to be written. We gotta wait for it to be picked up. Then you gotta wait for it to be written. Then you gotta wait for it to be built. And then it's time to show up and start doing your thing. You do your thing for a year, and then there's still a lot of work to do behind the scenes inside the computers to get the season finished. And so you gotta wait for that, and then you gotta air the season, and then you gotta wait for that, and then you gotta wait for it to get picked up again. And the cycle starts over. But I think she'll be back. But also her aggravation over it all could just be a negotiation tactic to get a better contract for season 4. They're like, oh, she's not happy. Let's give her a better contract. Boom. That's how Hollywood works. That's how business works. Don Ranger Power, Egotastic Fun Time, House Sparks Raid. Hello, JP and all. Hope everyone is well, despite the passing of Carl Weathers. Yes, I just saw that before I started streaming. Carl Weathers passed away. Sad. I think he was, if I recall, I want to say he was 76. But he had that great character on Mandalorian. I don't know if his character's still alive, but maybe his character is still alive. He's pretty popular. Sad to see him go, but seems like he lived a life worth living. And Netflix cancellation of Obliterated and removal of season 1 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Damn, Netflix. Oh, here's something I'm going to be doing a video about. Netflix is coming out with a spinoff of USS Callister. Remember USS Callister from season 4? The season 4, I think it was a season premiere of Black Mirror season 4. That Star Trek-ish type episode, Jesse Plemons. And even back then we were told, oh, they're going to do a whole series of it. And then years have gone by and we haven't heard anything. Well, I just read Netflix is doing a 3-episode spinoff. So it's a 3-episode season. And then I bet if that does well, because Netflix is all about filming whatever, just to send out feelers if audiences are into it. So if audiences are into it, then I'm sure they'll probably make even more, but we'll see. Netflix cancels things like that. If you're not the most popular thing, as soon as we put you out, then it wasn't worth it for them. They don't have time, they think, to allow a project to gain an audience. Curtis Tate, yes, casting of Ted was great. Yes, Ted season 1. Hopefully you'll get a season 2. It's a very easy quick show to make. It's not necessarily easy, but it's quick. Of course, we got Seth MacFarlane as Ted. We have Max Burkholder as Johnny, as John, the younger Mark Wahlberg character from Ted. He also played Tomlin on If the Stars Should Appear, episode 4 of episode 4 of season 1 of the Orville. Penny Johnson Gerald plays Ted's principal. Hold on. Mark Henry, Lieutenant Dan, also has a great walk-on role on the show. There's a bunch of Orville people on there. Scott Grimes, of course, plays Maddie, the dad. Can't quite remember her name. Wiggum, I think is her last name. The girl who plays Lysella in the Orville in Majority Rule and Future Unknown plays Lysella. She plays Blair, the cousin of the family. Her role is a lot bigger than I thought on the Ted series. That's pretty great. The only show slower to produce than Orville is Foundation. Foundation is on my list. I now have Apple TV Plus. Absolutely loving it. Apple TV has refreshed my need to consume good content, good TV shows, good movies, stuff I've never heard of before, good sci-fi that's not sci-fi that was the same IP as something from when I was a kid, something new. Absolutely loving Apple TV. Haven't seen anything on there. Haven't watched anything on there that I haven't thought was great. A little bit better cinematography, a little bit more artsy, and as far as art direction goes on a lot of shows. All the actors that have been missing for all these years, turns out they're all on Apple TV. But yeah, Foundation is on my list. I created a whole list. Went into the settings, added to my list, so many things. Brian Dawkins. In the UK, the actors did their 6 episodes, then did a children's play, then appeared on another show, then a play, then it was 2 years, and their show started again. Dun da da da. Silo is on my list. I haven't had enough. I've only had Apple TV for maybe 5 or 6 days. I watched Severance right off the bat, because I've been wanting to see that for years. So good. I loved it so much. Watching Severance, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this. I haven't truly enjoyed anything in a very long time. Then I switched after I finished that, went to the morning show. Loved the morning show. It was great. Then let me see. I've watched a couple movies. Last night I watched The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg. That was a fun movie. Started watching Platonic with Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne. Seen 2 episodes of that. Great. Currently watching Physical with Rose Byrne, which is a lot of fun. The very next show that I am going to watch, though, Brian Dawkins, you say it right there, Hello Tomorrow. That is the very next show on my list. Yeah, there's no cancellation. The Orville is, Seth says they're working on making the 4th season. So there is no official Orville cancellation. There's no official renewal as of yet, because it's way too early for that. But when asked about season 4 just a few days ago, Seth MacFarlane says, we're working on it. And then a few days before that, when asked about season 4 of the Orville being canceled, he says, it's not canceled. It's still with us. There's no death certificate. But I already knew all of this because I talked to these people before. But, a lot of times they'll tell me things that I can't repeat until it's time to repeat it. Bob Grimes says, now I only need Apple TV is for Unicorn to watch Murdoch Mysteries. I don't know if Acorn, at least not where I'm at, I don't know if Acorn comes standard. I think you have to, that's an additional subscription. At least where I'm at. Things are different everywhere. Yeah, it's on 85. Oh my gosh, it's on 85. Don't know if I trust 85. But one of you said what? Somebody said that Hulu canceled it. I could believe that. I could believe Hulu canceled because we don't know if it's even going to Hulu or Disney. It might go to Peacock for season 4. But also, I don't trust anything from non-official sources that aren't what's the term? Believable? Gotta be careful with the internet. They say negotiations with MacFarlane failed. Oh, okay. This was said months ago before all these updates. This is the same thing. Oh, the negotiations failed. This was what, 3-4 months ago this was being said? I was on the phone with them the whole time. I heard their frustration as they were trying to get a deal worked out. But that doesn't mean it's canceled. Remember when Family Guy was canceled after season 3 and now it's celebrating its 25th anniversary? But yeah, we don't know if it's going back to Disney. Disney/Hulu, same thing. But I know Seth just the other day said we're working on it. He loves the Orville. It's his number 1. It's his top show. He loves it more than all the other shows that he's done. He wants to do more, and he's very powerful. He's going to be able to get what he wants some way, somehow. But it might not be on Disney. But whatever that website says, grain of salt. But if for some reason there's been a switch and Seth MacFarlane says, yeah, we're not going to be able to do it, then I'll let you guys know. Then we'll talk about that. Brian Dawkins says, I liked Hello Tomorrow very much. It is the Fallout world if it didn't blow up. Yeah, that's how I thought from watching the trailers. I'm like, oh, this is Fallout without the fallout. Yeah, it's annoying. If it's not an official accredited journalistic outlet, There's no affirmation. Everybody's out there with their own websites pretending they're a journalist and all this stuff. If you're not accredited, you don't count. I don't even count. And anything you get from me is just me trying very hard not to be one of those other types of people looking for the clicks. Because if I wanted to get clicks, I can get them, but I don't like having to do what you have to do in order to get those clicks. AKA moral failure. Movie Mouse. Funny thing is, I was chatting with a young lady working for Rogers Cable yesterday, and I convinced her to watch the Orville. Yeah, I was gave a ride to somebody the other day, and I think I was wearing this hat, and they're like, "The Orville, what's that? I've never heard of that." So I told them all about the Orville, and they said, "Oh, I really want to watch that." That sounds fun. I said, "It is. It is fun." What about Shrouded College? Heard of that yet from Seth? That's a thing he's supposed to be working on, possibly producing it with some other people. I don't know much about it. Hey, John Allen Moravitz. Thank you so much, Doctor Who Scarf Guy. I see you making money again. I'm trying. It just barely started, 2 days ago? It's so nice to be able to get off the road. When I'm done with the road, I can come home, come in here, and start doing things again. And now we have STREAMYARD. Thanks to a new 2024 sponsor, Miniature Dragon Comics. I don't have any information to share with you guys yet, but that's coming because this is all a new thing. But they sponsored StreamYards for the channel. And we're going to be doing an event, a live event every month for 2024. But I can't tell you about it yet. We'll get there. Been watching Penny Johnson Gerald in the Paper Chase and DS9. Paper Chase I haven't heard of. DS9, I've heard of DS9. I don't know what Paper Chase is. Oh, Nicola is driving me nuts right now. Brian Dawkins says, how is naughty Nicola? Nicola's my cat, you guys. And Nicola is driving me nuts because she, all of a sudden, after all these years, I've had her for 8, 9 years at this point. Nah, hopefully not 9. That's too close to 10. 8 years. She decided all of a sudden, never an issue ever before. She decided she wants to start hanging out on the microwave. So every day, if you go in the kitchen at any time, she is right there laying on top of the microwave. She never would even go on counters, ever. And now she's not only on the counters, she's hanging out on the kitchen counters, which is unsanitary. I've tried putting foil, crumpled up foil everywhere. She just lays right on top of it. She gives no Fs. She's like a Mocklin in that way. I even rubbed apple cider vinegar all over the countertops. So I'm thinking, oh, this smell, she's not going to be comfortable. She don't care. She doesn't care. She just wants to be on the microwave. You can open the microwave, close it. She doesn't care. You can open the cabinet that's right above her head. She has to move her head a little bit. Does not move. I even sprinkled a little water on her, which has never not worked. She doesn't care. She just wants to be on the microwave. That's what I'm living with right now. Oh, that reminds me, I got to go get her some dry food really soon. Ooh, I got to check her wet food. I bought wet food for her last week, but I'm not the only one that feeds her. My wife feeds her too. So I haven't fed her in a couple days because my wife's been feeding her. So I need to check and see if we need some more kitty food. Trek Cannon, what's going on? Kapla, all here for the good news. Play dumb shot, human. We don't have any news today. The news is we're talking about the Orville. We're talking about life. We're talking about streaming. We're talking about Apple TV. And we're talking about Seth MacFarlane saying they're working on getting a 4th season of the Orville. Probably looking for heat. I don't know why she doesn't go outside. Today and yesterday, 2 of the most beautiful days. Got up to 70 degrees yesterday. High 60s today. Partly cloudy, a little bit sunny sometimes. It's going to be raining all weekend. But she don't know that. The paper chase was about students at Harvard Law School with John Houseman as Professor Kingsfield, 78 to 83. All right. Paper chase. With Penny Johnson Gerald. And going back to John real quick, John Allen Moravitz with your $20 super chat. Again, thank you so much. He says he's the Doctor Who scarf guy. He sent me years ago a giant Doctor Who scarf that you got from like in the 80s, right? I have this thing. I have it in the sealed package still because I don't want to ruin it at all. And but I take it out every once in a while. I'm like, look at my Doctor Who scarf. And I love it. And I thank you for it. And thank you for the super chat as well. Movie Mouse, she wants attention. Talking about my cat, Nicola. Sounds similar to my mother's 70-pound border collie, Ladybug. Oh, Ladybug. At least she doesn't try the microwave stuff. She just tries to convince me she's a Chihuahua puppy. Yeah, Chihuahuas. Let her know Chihuahuas aren't 70 pounds. The 4th Doctor. That's right. You remember the 4th Doctor had the scarf is probably the most famous attire. Even after all these years, I think probably the most famous Doctor Who piece of clothing is a scarf, right? A lot of people probably think of the scarf and don't even know which Doctor Who had the scarf. Bob Grimes' favorite Doctor Who is Tom Baker. My dog Ruthie. Ruthie is doing well. I love Ruthie. She's a great dog. She has her face, so much personality. I've known a lot of dogs in my day, but none of them have the personality in behind their eyes as Ruthie does. I'll just stare at her and I just laugh. She'll make a face and I just laugh. Tom Baker's Doctor number 4 with the scarf. So I'm still looking around here. I like streaming with StreamYard. This is great, and I love that my computer is not being taxed at all. This is all being done through a website. Let them deal with it. They got the resources. They have a website, so they must have the resources. And so all I got to do is have my camera and my microphone, and everything else I just set up through the website. I uploaded videos and audio, and that was just quick. I was like, oh, let's figure something out real quick. Like a quick message. Mixed Tees. With Mixed Tees has a whole line of Egotastic Funtime shirts, aka the Orville shirts. I mean, I got a little bit more than just Orville shirts, but there's a lot of Orville shirts on there as well. Tyler says, okay, cool. Then what I found during that war is true then. You know we don't have free energy because they was always planning on killing our world and not in a pollution way. I continue then. FTX9, FTX09, DH9, N27NH09. Right there, you guys. It's like in the series 3 finale of the Orville Future Unknown when Kelly's talking to Lysella about this story is so interesting to me, but about the early days of the Union, a couple hundred years ago. We got our technology, the ability to create matter, all this and that, and they wanted to share it with the rest of space because there's so much turmoil out there. And they go and they're almost like missionaries of technology, utopian missionaries. Come be part of our utopia. They gave the replicators to this planet of people, and those people used it to make weapons, and they just destroyed each other. Within 5 years, the entire planet was destroyed. And it's such a great story, the early days of the Union. More on that story on a later project. We'll talk about that at when I'm allowed to talk about it. Just because I love that type of story so much. If we had the ability to make free energy, we wouldn't get it for free. The people that have control of it will use it to make more money off of us. Kevin Scott says, I don't wear t-shirts. Well, there's hats. I also got a lot of hats. I got the Orville fans. Looks like OnlyFans, but it's Orville fans. Got that hat up there. Yeah, quite the energetic advert. Yeah, that's from Mixed Tees. They put me, one of my shirts is one of the first shirts they show. And they sent that to me a while back. And I was like, hey, you know what? Let me see if I can just upload it here on this StreamYard and see if I can just click on it and make it play. And yes, you can do that. Oh, thanks, Bob Grimes. Bob says, your show is a great break from playing Morrowind. Kevin Scott, I don't wear hats. I'll make some ties. I don't know if I can make ties. I don't know if I have that option. I don't recall having an option to make a tie. Ooh, a tie would be cool. What's up, V Spider? Hey, JP. Your updates have been a relief. Seems so many out there reporting doom and giving up on Orville when there's a resounding yes from cast and crew for a return. And from Seth saying we're working on it. But yeah, usually a couple times a year, there's the reports from all these different websites that the Orville's canceled. It's been going on for years now. How do I know? Because I've been there for every single time. It's usually every 3-4 months. And then it all gets disproven by me. But there's usually support from Seth and others in the cast and crew that go up online and say, no, that's not true.
I'm not sure.
My little robot lady started talking over there. Kevin Scott, I have models. I got models on models on models, yo. One on each arm. Lego models under each arm. Nice. You have a model of the Orville. I have a 3D printed Orville ship that I got years ago. It's in the closet though, and I'm not going over there. I'm not gonna uncloset that ship. It'll do it on its own time when it's comfortable. Jeremiah Ruiz, I do hope you guys have success on your Trek talk show. Sprinkle in how sci-fi affects real life. And it does. Star Trek being the first. So much stuff that we've seen in Star Trek over the many decades has ended up being real life stuff. Cell phones, communicators. God, there's way more than that. I just can't think of any right now, but there's a ton. Bob says, over Christmas, I was just down the pike from you. It was freezing. Yeah, it was real freezing a week or two ago out here. I mean, literally freezing. The ground was frozen. You know, we had a lot of snow like 2 weeks ago, and then we had ice a week ago. And then this week, beautiful. Beautiful weather. Sunshiny, blue skies, a little bit of clouds. I think it got up to 65 or 67 degrees today. It was like 70 something degrees yesterday. I don't know what the degrees will be like tomorrow, but I do know it's supposed to rain all day. But yeah, this stream that I'm doing right now this is a test of the emergency ego system, just to try out this new StreamYard. If you guys want to check out StreamYard, check it out for free. There's a link in the description. When you get the free one, you can stream. You can have like 4 to 6 live guests on with you. It handles it all beautifully. But you have to have a logo, their watermark, and there's a lot of limits, but you can still stream, which is great. But if you get the first pay plan, you can go up to 720p with your video, and you get some other things as well. And if you go to the full-blown plan, you can stream in 1080p. I'm currently, they have an option to, you get a plan, like I got the starter plan, but you click on a button and it'll let you go up to the big plan for 7 days for free. So right now I'm using the big plan because I got the trial. But even without the big plan, I still get all the things I got now, except for it'll be down to 720p, which for this type of stream, big whoop, ain't gonna make it. It's not gonna change anything for anybody. Yes, I can stream in VR. I'm doing it right now. No, I can't stream in VR. I could stream in AR. I don't have any jokes for that. That was the joke on its own. Oh, EGOTASTIC FUNTIME, JP streaming in AR. Get you some augmented egotasticisms. I would love to have, when it comes to models of the Orville, I would love to have one of the master replicas, the company master replicas. They just started, I don't know, a couple months ago, putting out all kinds of really cool Orville ships. They got the Kalon, not only regulars, a couple of different smaller Kalon ships, but they have the big Kalon Inceptor ship. They have the Orville. They have shuttles. I don't think they have any Krill ships or Mocklin ships yet, but I bet you they're coming. Yes, I could stream in a hot tub if I had a hot tub. If I had a hot tub, that's where I would be right now. I wouldn't even be streaming. I'd be in the hot tub. Hot tubbing it up. And if I have a hot tub, it's going to be a hot tub time machine. Because I don't skimp when it comes to owning a hot tub. Get you the time machine version. It's a little bit extra, but man, is it worth it. John bought the Doctor Who scarf 40 years ago, 1984, Dixie Trek Sci-Fi Convention. That is so awesome. Man, a Trek convention in 1984, I bet you is a lot different than a Trek convention now. soon JP will be streaming on his new Apple Vision Pro. I watched I watched a review of the Apple Vision Pro from what's his face, the big YouTuber guy that reviews tech. Can't remember his name. I would never need or use that thing, but it looks pretty cool. Thank you so much, Robin, for that super chat. Where can we watch the Saturn Awards in a couple days on a Fire Stick TV? Many thanks. I don't know where you can watch it, but Seth MacFarlane is up for a Saturn Award, like a big special Saturn Award. I don't know if it's a lifetime achievement type of thing or something like that. I don't know. But there's a special Saturn Award being given to Seth MacFarlane. I don't know how to watch it. Wind Grace, Archmage. Sweet. If you get the time travel hot tub, maybe you can help me not lose my arm. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. You come over here, we'll get in that hot tub time machine, we'll go back and we'll get you rearmed up by just going to your earlier self. We'll travel back to your earlier self, say, hey, watch it. Jeremiah Ruiz, ever tried to write an episode for Orville, JP? News on that coming up on a later date. I have something to talk about when it comes to that, but I can't get into specifics right now. And no, it's not an official episode or anything like that, but it'll feel like it. Yes, Heavy Cap. Heavy Cap, are you going to have guests on EGOTASTIC now that you're using StreamYard? Yes, that is exactly one of the reasons I wanted StreamYard, is so I can start getting back to doing interviews. Because, man, I can tell you right now, doing it with Zoom is totally possible. All my other interviews were done that way. But, man, is it a pain in the B. I mean, right up in that B. Just right up there. It's a pain. So one of my things I'm going to do now is I'm going to go out putting out all the feelers to get guests, do some interviews, because there's also just a whole record option. You don't have to live stream with StreamYard. You can use it just for recording videos and interviews. So who knows? I might just start doing my regular videos using this program as well. And I say program, but it's not even a program. It's a browser. It's a website. It's great. But yes, Heavy Cap, that is very much part of 2024. 2024 EGOTASTIC Fun Time is going to be it's going to be the year. It's going to be the year that EGOTASTIC Fun Time gets bigger. Try to, at least. Bob Grimes, MK, PhD. I don't know if I'll attend podcasting. I've done that so many times and it just never goes anywhere. Okay. I didn't even read it, but I'm going to put it up. Okay. October 9. The day everything went awry. October 9. I've seen now what is Adify. It's a crappy AI that picks up rants from everywhere on the net and presenting it as if it was true info. That's the internet, you guys. And the only truth, Rourke. It's not news, not even human. So there you go. Thank you for looking into that too. I would have forgotten to look into it because I already just discredited it because I've been dealing with this for so many years. Anytime I hear anything from just some site, it's not the New York Times. It's nothing like that. It's just some website. And the internet there's nobody out there saying, hey, tell the truth. No, you can put out anything you want on the internet and people either believe it or not, but they usually will. But yeah, thanks for doing that. Brian Dawkins, it'd be cool to hear about catering on the Orville set. Ooh, I'm sure they got all the M&Ms, all the little treats, all the yummy little sandwiches, chips, bottles of water. I bet you it's a good one. I went to, of course, Seth invited me out to the premiere of the Orville on IMAX. What was that, year and a half, 2 years ago at this point? Year and a half, I think is more like it. They had free food and free drinks, and they were nice. The food was like, I was like, damn, this is fancy, good food. And people are just walking around with trays and say, here you go. Here, have some. It's just coming from all sides. Oh, you want a drink? Let me get you a drink. And bring me rum. Pirate rum, I think, which is a real good one. So I bet you the craft services over on the Orville set was pretty good too. Yeah, Adrian, it's not that she's not too confident in next season. She's not too confident in accepting being in season 4. She didn't say she wouldn't be. She has legitimate gripes about how long it takes to in between seasons. But also, she could also just be working an angle to try to get a better contract next time. Bob Grimes, JP, after all this time, you deserve to hit 100K subscribers. Thank you. I'm not really ever worried about subscribers. I feel like there's enough. Because you can get all the views in the world without any subscribers. But it's good to go for what you want to do as a content creator is you want to go for viewers, not necessarily subscribers, because subscribers don't even necessarily see the videos that you put out because YouTube doesn't notify them, even though they're supposed to. But if you go for viewers, some of those viewers can turn into subscribers. It's a crazy game to play to do this whole YouTube thing. I used to try to go after that algorithm, but you can never keep up with the algorithm. You make a great video and people love it. The algorithm says, okay, that's awesome. Make a better video and get better responses on the next one. Or else. It doesn't say or else, but there's an or else in there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back 2024. I'm not going to go crazy. I went too crazy with the editing on previous years. It's just non-sustainable. I'm like, let's just come out more often and talk to the community and not worry about too much editing. Still got to do some editing sometimes. I like doing it. I like editing. But I just can't put out as much content as I want to put out and do the editing because you got to have a team when it gets like that. But I don't want a team. I just want to be me in my room. Hello, my name is JP, and I like to do content. When you do switch over to StreamYard, this is Barry asking, when you do switch over to StreamYard, will we get notice on new things that you put out? Because I get a notice from YouTube you are on. Yeah, I did it all. I did this whole stream today. I did through StreamYards. I didn't go onto YouTube at all to set this up, to put the title or anything. I did it all through StreamYards, and it worked out, and it was an easier process than doing it through YouTube. So yeah, it should. Now, when I put out regular videos, I'll try recording it with StreamYards, and then I'll download the video and audio, and then I'll put it into my editor, and I'll edit it up, and then I'll put it out, and then that'll just be that'll be the regular process of putting up a video. As per usual, I'll just use StreamYards to film it. And even after this live stream is done, once it's done, there'll be a copy of this live stream that I can download and re-edit all from StreamYards. And if I did an interview with somebody, I would get a video audio track from each person that you can then put it together, and you can edit it, re-edit it together the way you want it. Maybe, have a close up or, editing. It's all good. It's fun. When Grace, truth is in the eye of the behavior. MP Bro, what's up? I think the Charlie one-off character was my highlight of season 3. Very well written arc. Yeah, the whole point of the character of Charlie was to have this really great character arc that also brings in the hate that a lot of people in the Union feel towards the Kaylon, rightfully so. The Kaylon killed a lot of Union members. And it was just to show, her coming over, learning about the people that she hated, learning to coexist. A lot of themes. But yeah, I love the character of Charlie. A lot of people hated her at first, and I understood that, but I understood the whole purpose of the character from day one. So I was on her side the whole time. Ann Winters is gorgeous, says MP Bro. She's a good looking kid, and she's really great. When I've met her a couple of times. Once when I went to Jay Lee's one of Jay Lee's concerts, there were some Orville people there, and she's like, "Oh, hey, JP, you did a video about me with Boots." I did do a Boots video about her. It was a joke video. She's like, "I loved it." And then when I went to the premiere of the Orville at IMAX, I'm there with everybody. There's a lot of people there, a lot of guests. And then all of a sudden I hear JP, and I look, and it's Ann Winters coming at me. So she comes, and we're chatting, hanging out. She introduced me to her mom. We took some pictures and then chatted and talked a little bit about the whole content creation thing. And I was telling her how much I hate having to do social media all the time. Social media has its purposes. There's things to enjoy about it, but man, the whole monster of social media has a whole other thing, and I just don't like it. And she was telling me, she's like, "Yeah, it sucks, but it's all part of it." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's true. It is part of it." She's like, "You just got to deal with it and make the best of it." And she's a kid, and she told me that, and I was like, yeah. I appreciated her comments on the whole social media thing. Kevin Scott, I got a YouTube notification. Hot off the press. All I can say is Charlie can sing. Yeah, she can sing. In the episode Domino, when her and Scott are doing their little duet, it was really nice to hear her, huh? I never even thought of her singing because we just didn't think of the character that way. And then all of a sudden, there she was singing. It was great. MP Bro says, "Yeah, but the idea of forgiveness, it's rare for shows today to write a compelling story centered around something like that." Yeah, absolutely. Most shows, most stories out there are never about anything as simple and as personal and as important as forgiveness. To forgive, it's so hard to do, like to truly, truly do. It's hard to achieve true forgiveness, but if you can do it, it's a beautiful thing. Yep, ouch. Jeremiah Ruiz says, "Ouch, just saw Carl Weathers passed away." Was this recent? Yes, I believe it was just a couple hours ago. As far as the stories popping up on social media goes, I saw it just a little bit before starting this live stream. Brian Dawkins, before Series 3 began, I thought they were going on a deep space voyage. Little did we know it was the crew hating Isaac. Well, I guess they did go into deep space when you think of Shadow Realms. But yeah, I kind of felt the original trailers for season 3 kind of made it made me think. I probably started you down that path of thinking they're going into deep space. I might have been the one that did that, because it seemed to me like, oh, they were going into deep space on a long journey. Gordon's like, we should let us play music up here on these long journeys, blah, 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 blah. But really, it was just them going around on journeys. The Orville is so much faster in season 3 than it is in the first 2 seasons. I think season 1, it was like 5 light years per hour. Season 2, I think it was 10 light years per hour. In season 3, the ship can go 15 light years per hour, which is almost as fast as a heavy cruiser, aka like an admiral ship. What is it called? The Leviathan. Is Ego your new logo? No, I do want to come up with something a little bit better, discreet like that, but better. I just didn't have time to pop on Photoshop. I got StreamYards, and then I just instantly started just exploring, figuring out what I can do. And I was like, okay, oh man, time's going fast. It's getting closer and closer to live stream time. I want to put a logo up there. I want a watermark. Oh, here's one I have. Boom, I threw it up there. But I do want to design something. Unless you guys want to try your hand at designing, you can send them to EGOTASTIC FUNTIME Twitter. And the winner will have their logo right up here on the screen. Don Ranger Power. I love logos, both visual and audio. I do too. Well, I'm going to be coming up with some little additions to throw into my regular videos. Like I want to have a little EGOTASTIC FUNTIME. I say intro, but not really an intro because I don't really want to have an intro, but a little sound cue with a little visual on screen. When I say, hey, blah, 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 blah. Oh, what if this logo? Hey, gang, JP here. I have an audio piece already. I just got to come up with a quick little visual. I got an idea. I have an idea. I just have to have time to sit down and do it, which maybe I will this weekend. It's supposed to be so much rain. Designing Ego, coming this fall. Let go of my ego. JP-tastic. Well, the new membership plans for this channel is now called EGOTASTIC Plus, like a streaming service. So maybe I'll just maybe I'll put a little Ego Plus logo up there. Ego Plus, make it look like the Apple Plus logo. The ship goes faster due to Isaac and Lamar's engine modifications. Yeah. They had a whole little quick conversation about it, I think, in season 3, episode 1. Electric Sheep. But yeah, Isaac and Lamar, they're pretty good about coming out with new technology. Remember that one time they invented time travel? That was pretty cool. That reopens the whole Priya can of worms. Because Priya, in episode 5, season 1, Priya, self-titled, she's from the 29th century. 29th century, they have a wormhole that they discovered and they use it to travel back in time. But Ed and the crew, having met Priya and the situation that Priya put them in, they end up closing the wormhole, which means that it closes in the future. And that means that the wormhole no longer exists, means it was never discovered by the people in the 29th century, meaning people in the 29th century cannot exploit it to go back in time and time travel. That's done. So Priya's whole life, She probably grew up totally different because she grew up in a world without a wormhole, never traveled back in time, this, and that. Perfect. We're done with Priya. How's she ever going to get back in time? She won't even remember us because her whole life is different now. But then, lo and behold, Lamar and Isaac create a time machine, time travel technology, thanks to the anti-banana ray, the Aronov device, which means that in the 29th century, they will also have time travel. It won't be a wormhole. It'll be technology that allows them to travel through time, which means, boom, Priya can come back. We can meet Priya again. She might not remember us because there's no wormhole situation, but we can still run into her. She's traveling back in time using time travel technology. And I say we could see Priya again in season 4. I think it'd be interesting if Priya really wants, really is in need of a person that can think in the 4th dimension, like Charlie Burke can. Apparently, it's so rare, it's very hard to come by. So maybe Priya comes back and grabs Charlie right before she explodes in Domino, and then is forcing her to use her 4th dimensional mind to do crime or something like that. That'd be interesting. I think it'd be great to bring Charlie back. You just have to make it worth it. You have to make it where her not dying is worse off for her than living. I didn't want to live. I wanted to go back and be in the special magic realm with Amanda. But I couldn't do that because you stole me from being exploded. Damn you, Priya. Get back to work, Charlie. And after you're done figuring out this 4th dimensional stuff, you get back in your cell. And she's been kidnapped for over a year. For 2 years, living in squalor and hell and made to do stuff she doesn't want to do. That'd make it worth it. Christina, thank you so much. Hey, JP. Hey, Ego Gang. That's you guys. You're the Ego Gang. I'm the JP. You're the Ego. Dan Crane. JP, I noticed that I'm not a member on this channel. Yes, I had to reset the whole, because being demonetized and all that, I had to reset the entire channel membership. Yeah, it all got reset. All that time, Dan, is it's all reset. What happened to my membership of 4+ years with you? Do I need to join again? If you want to be a member, you'd have to join again. That whole demonetization thing just messed up everything. I don't think you'll be recognized. If there's anything extra I'm able to go in and do, I'll see if I can do it. But I don't know if they give me a lot of options. Everything got reset. I don't even have all the emojis I had anymore because we were unlocking tiers over the years. The more memberships that the channel got, I would unlock room for more emojis and badges. That's all starting from the beginning again. YouTube, right? Stupid YouTube. Yeah, you heard me, YouTube. If you don't like it, take it up with StreamYard, YouTube. Isaac has a last name. He is a Finn. Isaac Finn. I like it. Yeah, I just got remonetized, what is it, 2-3 days ago? I got demonetized for 3 months. The second time this year or last year at this point. In 2023, I got demonetized twice. 3 months per. That's 6 months altogether. That's half the year altogether. Dan Crane, thank you so much for joining. Let's see. When I get back into the whole YouTube analytics and I go into all the stuff, I'll see if there's anything I can do for individual members. I'm just not sure. But thank you so much. Oh, I think the wife's back. Oh my gosh, it's been over an hour and a half, you guys. All right, Dan, thank you so much. Christina, thank you so much. All of you who are throwing down some StreamYard super chats, thank you so much. You're helping me discover all the things that happens in StreamYards because it's a whole new system over here. I'm looking at a whole different chat window than I have been for the last many years. And there's lots of cool things you could do. Like I can put you guys up on the screen. I love it. And we'll be figuring out more and more stuff to do as time goes on. But I do have to end this stream, you guys. It's getting late over here. I'm at a different time zone than a lot of people. Gandarian might be able to go back in time. But all right, you guys, I want to thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for the conversation. That's the most important part. And I'm going to go say hi to the wife, and I'm going to get to work on making some videos tomorrow. If it's raining too much where I can't drive safely, then I'll just be here in front of the computer making some videos. I'm excited. I haven't been able to do that truly in a very long time. But I'll see you all very soon. And remember, we all do better when we all do better. Love you. Bye-bye.
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your 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 money.